NEET 2025 is not what students expected. From tricky numericals to conceptual questions, this could decide hundreds of ranks this year. Welcome to Map My Tutor, I am Nimra. In this video, we will break down NEET physics questions word to word and I'll be explaining how you can prepare from today. Let's begin. Read the question, it's from gravitation chapter. The radius of Martian orbit around the sun is about 4 times the radius of the Mercury. So Rm is 4 times Rme. N is Mercury. And time taken by Me is 687 Earth days. Then which of the following is the length of 1 year of Mercury? Okay. How we will do it? We know Kepler's third law. What does Kepler's third law tell me? T square is directly proportional to R cube. So T square equal to KR cube. Okay, ma'am. Now, put this back into this. You will get TME square by TM square equal to RME cube upon RM cube. Now, let's substitute the values. TME is given to me 687 whole square. Oh, hold on. We will substitute that side first. So, for simplicity, nothing else. Okay. What is given to me? Me is 1 by 4. So, Rm by 4 Rm whole cube. This will get cancelled. So, I get 1 by 64 into Tme square by Tm. So, what I need to calculate? I need to calculate Tme by Mercury is. So, Mercury will be Tm equal to 687 upon 8. Doing all the math, you will get your answer to be 86. Do your math. If you have any doubt, do let me know. Again, question from gravitation. See, we saw nearly 3 questions from gravitation and they are direct formula based. So it is very important you do not skip this chapter whatsoever happens. Do not skip the chapter. Now let's see the questions. A body weighs 48 Newton on the surface. Okay. On the surface, it is 48 Newton. What is the formula? We know the formula Gmm by R square. The gravitational force experienced by the body due to the Earth's height is equal to 1/3 of the radius. Okay. So you need to find out WH. What is WH? WH is given to be Gmm by R plus H. Now what I will do? H is given to me R by 3. H is R by 3. Now just take your ratio. So this will be R square upon this. G and M will get cancelled. That's why I'm not writing it. So R square upon R plus H is R by 3. So R by 3 whole square. Take LCM below 3, 4. So 4R square by 4R square. So I'll square it here itself. So R square upon 4. So 16R square upon 9. So R square again will go. This side I have 48 upon WH. Let's bring everything to one side. WH equal to 48 into 16 upon 9. So this will come out to be your answer as 27 Newton. This formula you have done derivations on this formula and everything. So do not forget the formula, apply the formula and try to get the answer. So guys, I'm solving the questions, I'm doing everything here. But what you have to do is for your better improvement, pause the video and try to solve it by yourself first. And then come back and reflect onto the video. Don't blindly copy it down because that's not going to help you or me in any ways. Pause the video, solve it and then check it that if you got the video correct or if you got the answer correct or not. It's a question from current electricity. A wire of resistance R is cut into 8 equal pieces. From these pieces, 2 equivalent resistance are made by adding 4 together. Then these 2 sets adding the net effective resistor will be. Okay. So now see, this is a direct question. So remember the answer always, that is R by 16. But I'll show you how to even find it out. Okay. How you will do it? So 1 by R dash will be 1 by R Rp will be 1 by R plus 1 by R dash plus 1 by R dash. And taking two sets. So this is the first set. So this is nothing but Rp equal to R dash by 4. So like this I have one more set. 8 pieces, no? So R dash by 30. This is for one set, one piece. For two piece I will do multiply. So Rp equal to 2 times of R dash by 32. That is R dash of 60. See, this is a standard question. Either you remember the way how to do it or remember the formula. Option C is correct. De Broglie wavelength of an electron orbiting in N2 state of hydrogen atom is close to. Again, you have a formula for this, that is lambda equal to 2 pi r of second state into N2. So you can just put your value. 2 pi r is given, yes. 52, 0.052, N2 is 2. Solve this, you will get around 67 U nanometer. Option B is correct. Do your math, guys. I'm not doing here because I trust you guys that you will do by yourself. Alright? Again, see, many questions are direct based formula. There are few questions, I agree, maybe out of 45, maybe there are 10 questions which are a little trickier, a little lengthy. But rest all of them are very easy. And we expect 2026 paper also to be the same way. It's not going to change. Don't expect it to be very easy or very difficult. It will be of the same level. So it's important that you start preparing for your JEE main question, CT question and NEET question, all three together. Irrespective of your writing CT 2026 or NEET or JEE main. Now come back to 35th question. An electric dipole with dipole moment 5 into, so dipole moment is given to you, P is given to you. Aligned with the direction of uniform electric field, B is also given to me. Oh, E, electric field. Oh. E is given to me 4 into 10 to the power 5. The dipole is then rotated through an angle 60 degree, or theta is also given. The change in the potential energy case. Okay. 60 degree. Then rotated. Aligned in the. Okay, fine. So first you will find U1. That is minus PE cos theta. Minus 5 into 10 to the power minus 6 into 4 into 10 to the power 5 cos theta. Now, initially it is aligned. So, theta is 0. That is 1. So, your answer will be minus 2.2 joule. In second one, it is rotated by 60 degree. So, same you will get this one. 5 into 10 to the power minus 6 into 4 into 10 to the power 5 into half. So, this will come out to be minus 1.0 joules. For change, we will do delta U, that is U2 minus U1 minus 1 minus of minus 2. Don't get confused with the signs here. Be very careful. So, you will get 1 joule. So, the correct answer is option B. Now, you are lucky that they have not given you minus 1. If they gave you minus 1, you would have ticked that and come. That's why be very careful. This is actually a JEE main previous year question which has been asked in your NEET. It was asked in JEE main somewhere around 2022. And they repeated the question but just changed the numbers. Let's read the question. A constant voltage of 50 volts is maintained between the points A and B. The current through the branch CD is. Now guys, see the circuit very carefully. In the circuit you can see this is C and this is point D. If I merge this point, my 3 and 1 will go in parallel, 2 and 4 will go in parallel. So let us draw that first. Ma'am, 1 and 3 will go in parallel, 2 and 4 will go in parallel. And I have my voltages, 50 volts. First, let us find out the total resistor, total current. Then we will find out how much current is passing in this junction. Okay, that is the approach what we do in this type of questions. Let us find out the resistors first. R equivalent will be, see these two are in parallel but series with each other. So 1 into 3 upon 1 plus 3 into a plus 2 into 4 upon 4 plus 2. So that is nothing but 3 by 4 plus 4 2s are 8, 6. So this will be turned out to be 25 by 12. R equivalent will come out to be 25 by 12. Do V equal to IR. V is 50. R is 25 by 12 by I. So it will come out to be 24 ampere is my total current. So what does this mean? From here I have 24 ampere going. Now, so from here the current starts to move. Now total is 4 parts, basically 4. In the upper region, 3 parts of those 4 current will go, and from lower region similarly. So we need to find out the current flowing through 1. How much current will flow basically? The current is 3 into 24 upon 4. So that will give me the value as 80. 6 times 18. 18 ampere is 4. Similarly, to third one, it will be 8. You can just subtract it simply. Yes, 80. Similarly, 2, for 2 you will have 16. For 2 and 4 you will have 16 and 6. 6 ampere here. 16. So you will get total as, you have to see the difference here and the difference here is just 2 amps. So where the 2 amps is going? In charging this junction. So the answer will be option B. Yes. So this is, I agree, this is a JEE Mains problem which they have asked in NEET. So you need to practice JEE Main PYQ as well. It is practiced for last 3 years or 2 years. That is enough. Okay. 37th question, that is a photon and an electron having the same energy E. The ratio of lambda of photon to lambda of electron is. So which formula we will use? We will use lambda equal to h by p. So lambda p equal to h by proton. Yes, for photon, that is h by E by C. So that is hc by E. Similarly, we will do for electron also. So h by p of E. So that is h by under root 2me. Now we will take the reciprocal of this, ratio of this. So that will be h by hc by E into h by under root 2me. Cancel h, you will get under root 2m. So the correct option is option C. Yes, so this is a direct question. That is graph question which is there from your semiconductor chapter. Which of the following options represent the variation of photoelectric current with property of light on x-axis? In this, it is written intensity of light increases, photocurrent increases. Yes, if I increase my intensity of light, my photons are increasing, which means my device will get more charged and give more photoelectric current. Option A is correct. Option B is not correct. Option C is also not correct. Option D is also not correct because frequency does not depend. So only option A is the correct one. Frequency has no relation with your intensity. So only option A is correct. Yes, so in this question, a sphere of radius r is cut into larger solid of 2r and smaller solid. So you need to find out the ratio of them. So you need to find out I of small and I of remaining part. So how we will do? First we know V equal to 4 by 3 or rho equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. So we know this. So from here you will get your answer, that is I of this, I of remaining will be your inertia and then your masses. So that will be 2 by 5 mr square plus 2 by 5 mr square and divided by, you do your remaining part and then you will get your answer to be as option C. So it's a direct question, solve it and get it. It's a diode based question. A full wave rectifier circuit with diodes D1 and D2 is shown. This is the supply current. Okay. So you need to tell which is forward biased and reverse biased. So it's a full wave rectifier. We know in full wave rectifier this is forward bias and this is reverse bias. We have studied the mechanism. So which option is correct? D1 is forward, D2 is reversed. Option A is correct. So you need to know the mechanism of full wave rectifier, half wave rectifier as well to do this question. So this question is from your thermodynamics chapter. Very easy, very simple. We will try to do it. Two gases A and B are filled at the same pressure in separate cylinders with a movable piston of radius RA and RB. Okay. On supplying equal amount of heat to both the system under constant pressure, pressure is same. The pistons of gas A and B are displayed at 16 and 9 centimeter. RA and RB is. Now there is no internal energy. So if internal energy is not there, your heat is same. So when your heat is same, we know first law of thermodynamics. Del Q equal to del U plus del W. This is same, this will be same. So your work done should be equal. What is work done? Work done is PV. So I'm going to put that PA, volume with the pi RA square HA square equal to same for B also. Cancel. As it is constant pressure, P will get cancelled, pi will get cancelled. RA square is what I need to find, and it moves with 16. And RB is square is 9. So RA by RB will be 4 by 3 or 3 by 4. So it will be 9 by 16 root, which will be 3 by. Which option? Option is the correct answer. Okay, again from units and dimension, a physical quantity of P is related to 4 observation A, B, C, D. As such, the percentage error is so and so. The percentage error in P is. So how will you do this? P equal to A cube B2 upon C root T. First you will write the percentage error of it. Del P by P into 100 equal to X del A by A plus Y del B by B plus Z del C by C plus W by B into 100. Now simple, put your values, get your answer. So when you put your values and get your answer, it will come out to be 13%. Now this is very simple. Put those values into this. You will get your answer as 13%. If you didn't get, do let me know in the comment section again. Okay, I will be responding to all your comments. The intensity of transmitted light when polarized sheet is placed between two crossed polaroids is this much. From the polarization axis of one of the polaroid. Yes. Okay. We know the formula for this. There is a direct formula, that is I naught equal to I cos square 22.5. Now, phi is nothing but 90 minus this value. So that will come out to be 67.5. So your next I will be cos square, this is also I know, cos square 22.5 and cos square for this. So your answer will come out to be, do your mathematics, put your trigonometric ratio, you will get your answer divided by 8. Is there an option? Yes, option C. Two identical point masses P and Q are suspended from a separate massless string with constants this much. If their maximum speeds are at the same ratio, then you should tell the amplitudes. First, tell me the formula. If you know the formula, it's good to go. We need to find out AQ by AP. Yes, and I know my V is equal to A omega, which is nothing but A under root of K by M. V will be equal. So I can equate this also. So when I equate this, I will get AP under root of K1 by M. Mass won't change. AQ under root of K2 by M. Put your ratio. It will come out to be K1 by K2. Option D. Last question for the day. Again, very easy question, very direct question. A pipe open at both the ends has fundamental frequency F. The pipe is now dipped vertically in water drum of half of its length. The fundamental frequency is. Now guys, frequency does not change. If you put it in different mediums as well. So initially it was F. Finally also it will be F. So the correct answer is option B. It's a highly conceptual question. Children do a lot of mistake in this. So it is very important that you learn conceptually. It is very important you practice more, do JEE mains problem, KCET problem. So that's it. We finished all 45 questions. We finished NEET PYQ discussion. I hope and I advise you, I'm telling you to practice more, be consistent, do a lot of problems. And that's it for today. If you have any doubts, do let me know in the comment section. Do like, share, subscribe if you even felt the video was a little bit helpful. Thank you so much. See you in next class.